Hello everyone, welcome to V4IAS Notes Mobile Application Video Explanation Series. In this video, we will going to discuss the complete UPSC Civil Services Examination process or IAS examination process or UPSC examination process, however you know it. Okay, the important topic that we will be covering in this video is one, notification and application stage, preliminary examination, main examination, personality test, which is also called as interview, and the final merit list and service allocation, and post selection process. It means that after completing this video you will be knowing everything related to the UPSC examination, because in notification and application stage we will be covering the official notification, application process, eligibility criteria, and in preliminary examination we will be discussing about the general studies paper 1 and CSAT paper, that is civil services aptitude test paper 2, and the outcome or the result in the preliminary examination, what is its effect, etc., and the main examination, its structure, about its qualifying compulsory paper, language papers, and papers counted for merit, and the total mark and its effects. And also in personality test or interviews, we will be discussing its nature and its focus area, and about when we discuss the final merit list and allocation, we will be talking about merit list, service allocation, and medical examination and verification. And in post selection process we will be discussing the foundation course and the service specific training and probation period. Okay, now let's look into notification and application stage. As I said you earlier, here we will be looking into official notification, application process, and eligibility criteria. Now, as you can see over here, the official notification issuing authority is Union Public Service Commission, that is UPSC, and it issues the notification every year. This year it will be on January 14th, 2026, and the closing date is February 3rd, 2026. And in notification contents, you will be able to see the exam calendar, eligibility criteria, then syllabus, number of vacancies, exam centers, and schedule of the examination, and other rules and regulations while you applying you have to follow. And the notification, the significance of it is that it marks the start of the exam cycle. And the second component that we will be looking into under the notification and application stage is application process. The application process consists of two stages. One is registration and second one is the application form. And in a registration process, while doing the OTR, that is one-time registration through UPSC portal, you have to provide your details and you have to do the OTR profile over there, and which is required for all the UPSC candidates, and you can use that to apply for the different examinations conducted by the Union Public Service Commission. I think you know that UPSC is not only conducting the Union Public Service Commission civil services examination, but it also conducts the examination for other services as well, like for example NDA and the CAPF Assistant Commandant examination, and also it conducts all so many other examinations as well, and you can apply to other examination using this same OTR. And the second stage over here is application form, and there you have to fill your details. You have to upload the documents like your photo, your ID card, and etc., and you have to select the exam centers, and you have to pay 100 rupees fees. But for SC, ST, and female, there is also concessions available for them, and it is mandatory after OTR. You have to fill the details in the application form, and you have to complete those process. Then only your application for the UPSC examination is accepted. Now let us look into the eligibility criteria. In eligibility, there are three things. One is nationality, and second one is age and attempts, and third one is qualification. When it comes to nationality, if you want to become an IAS or IPS officer, you should be Indian, but there is certain exceptions to other posts as well. When it comes to age and attempts, the minimum age for all categories is 21, and the maximum age for general category is 32, and for OBC is 35, and for SCs and STs it is 37. And when it comes to attempt, for general category the maximum attempt is 6, and for OBC is 9, and for SCs and STs it is unlimited. It means that person belonging to SC and ST community can write the UPSC Civil Services examination any number of time till his or her 37th age. And the qualification is graduation or graduate from any recognized university. And the important note is there is no mandatory mark, means you need not to score this much of mark to qualify to write UPSC examination. Even if you are just pass, you can write the UPSC exam. Even if you have not completed your graduation, you can apply for the UPSC examination, but you must be completing the graduation before the August of that particular year. It means that if you are writing 2026 May examination, you should be completing your graduation before the August of 2026. Now let's look into the second one, that is preliminary examination or screening stage. Before that, I must be saying that you will get your hall ticket before 3 weeks or 2 weeks before your preliminary examination. You can download that from the UPSC website. Now let's look into the preliminary examination, which is screening stage. Here we will be looking into the general studies paper 1, the CSAT, that is the civil services aptitude test paper, that is paper 2, and the outcome, the result, and etc. Now let's look into the general studies paper 1. Its coverage includes current events, history, polity, geography, economy, environment, science and technology, etc. And the question will be objective or multiple choice question. Maximum mark is 200, and this paper is for the merit determination, means you have to score here very well to qualify to write the main examination. The nature of the paper is that there will be 100 questions. For each wrong answers, you will lose 1/3 mark. And the second paper is CSAT, which is Civil Services Aptitude Test. And if at all we have to look into the syllabus, which it includes comprehensions, interpersonal skills, reasoning, decision making. To put it simple, it is aptitude related paper. This paper has maximum 200 marks, and you need not to score much in this. You have to score just 33%. And this papers ensures analytical and problem solving ability of the candidates. The thing is, you have to score at least 33% mark in CSAT paper. If you are able to score 33%, then your paper will be considered, and you have to score well in the paper 1. And most of the time UPSC's cutoff comes around 50%, and that 50% is related to the paper 1. And sometimes if the paper is very tough, then it goes even lesser than that. Means if you score around 85 to 90 in general studies paper 1, you can say that you might be passing the examination. But you should note that this is just screening stage, and marks do not add to the final result of yours. And now let's look into the main examination of the UPSC. Your preliminary examination was with the multiple choice question, but in main examination you have to write a descriptive answers. Okay, in main examination we will be analyzing the structure and qualifying language papers and papers counted for merit. At last we will be calculating the total marks. Let's look into the structure. When we look at the papers, there will be total 9 papers with 2 qualifying language papers plus 7 merit papers. The qualifying language papers, it consists of 2 papers. One is paper A, Indian language paper, and paper B, English. As I said, the paper A is Indian language, which is included in the 8th schedule. You can choose any of the language during your application process, and you can write that paper in your main examination as your option. But if you are from northeastern states, then you have the right to claim the exception as well. The maximum mark is 300, and it is qualifying in nature, means its mark is not added to the final list. It tests your linguistic capability. And paper B is English. Here you will be having comprehensions, precise writing and grammar, short essay, etc. And the maximum mark it carries, it's 300, and it is also qualifying, and it ensures the minimum English proficiency that is needed to serve in different part of the country. Now let's look into the papers counted for merit, which includes essay paper 1, then general studies 1, general studies 2, general studies 3, general studies 4, and optional paper 1 and optional paper 2. Now let's look into the essay paper. The topics includes the topics of general interests, and the maximum mark is 250. It evaluates the articulation and expression of the candidates. And next paper is general studies paper 1. Here there will be question from Indian heritage and culture, which is art and culture, and from history, including Indian history and world history, and geography of the world and India as well, and the society. And the maximum mark here is also 250. It checks the core humanities base of the candidate. And when it comes to general studies paper, it consists of subjects like polity, means a constitutional part, governance, social justice, international relations, also comparative politics. And the maximum mark for this paper as well 250, and it evaluates the understanding of institutions and societies of the UPSC aspirants. And another paper is general studies paper 3. Here the question will be coming from the topics such as economy, technology, environment, internal security, disaster management. The maximum mark here is also 250. It evaluates the analytical applications and focus of the UPSC aspirants. And the next paper is general studies paper 4. Here the topic is ethics, integrity and aptitude, and also the case studies also coming in this paper only. And the maximum mark here is also 250. It assesses the moral aptitude and the integrity of the UPSC aspirants. And the next paper is optional paper, which consists of which will be divided into two parts, paper 1 and paper 2. You have to choose only one paper as your optional, but it will be divided into two parts, paper 1 and paper 2. You have to choose during your application process itself. You have to choose one among the UPSC's lists of subjects. For example, public administration, sociology, political science and international relations, law, etc. Here also the maximum mark for each paper is 250 and 250. It assesses the UPSC aspirants' specialized knowledge area and depth of the understanding. Now let's look into the total. 250 for essay plus 250 into 4 general studies and 250 into 2 optional. When you sum these numbers, you will get 1750, that is 1750 as the total marks. If you score good marks in this, then you will be called for interview or the personality test. Now let's look into the personality test or interview. In this we will be looking into one, nature, and second, focus area. Now let's look into the nature. It is conducted by UPSC board, consists of 5 to 6 members. The total mark is 275. It tests UPSC aspirants' mental alertness, leadership skills, ethics and balance of judgment. The focus area will be current affairs, service attitude, hobbies. If you have some hobbies, then the question will be surrounding to that only. And the optional subjects, general awareness, and also there will be some questions about your surrounding, like your state, the place where you are. Totally this paper evaluates the suitability of his suitability or your suitability for the public services. Okay, now let's look into the final merit and allocation, service allocation. Here we will be looking into one, the merit list, and second one is service allocation. Now let's see the merit list. Its components is mines total 1750 marks plus interviews 275 marks. When summed together, the total mark will be 2025. And if you are able to score 50%, means if you are able to score 1000 marks and all, you will be qualifying the UPSC examination, and the marks you score in this will determine your all India ranking. It means that when they summed up your mines mark and your interviews marks, you will be getting that marks in the final result. Let's see the service allocation. The basis is rank, category and preference also matters. Based on your rank, your category, if you are SC, ST, etc., and also based on your preference, you will be getting the services, whether IAS, IPS or IFS. It means that if you score first rank and you want to become an IPS, you can become an IPS officer. But if you score very less marks and you get very least rank and you want to become an IAS, it is not possible. But if you are belonging to certain sections like OBC or SC, STs, and there is very a few people who scored more than you, and also there is little reservation available, then you will be getting IAS undoubtedly. And the next stage is medical examination and verification, which is compulsory post interview. They will be conducting medical tests and also verification of your certificates as well. Medical examination is very crucial when you choose the services like IPS. And now we will be looking into post selection process, where we will be understanding the foundation course, service specific training and probation period. Soon after your selection, you will be called to go to the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy of Administration, which is also called as Labasna, in Mussoorie, where you will be getting 3 months of the foundational course alongside the recruits from other civil services as well. This common course introduces trainees to the public administration, leadership and ethics before they move on specialized training at different places. For example, for IPS, the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Police Academy, which is in Hyderabad. Soon after completing your foundational course, you will be sent to your specialized training centers, where you will be spending some specified period, which varies by service to service, which is also includes your field attachment training as well. It is professional training before your posting. Soon after completion of your training, then you will be getting probation period, which is typically around 2 years and which varies according to the post and the services that you choose. It's on the job training before confirmation of your post or position. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you want this table, this is inside of the optional subject with separate folder named as UPSC Introduction to UPSC Exam. Thank you.